Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the stolen territory of the Coast Salish Nations. Today is Saturday. It's the freaking weekend. It's time to check in on our budget together. Here I am wearing my favorite pajama sweatshirt. I have gotten dressed and left the house so many times in the last 2 weeks. It's like, is there even a pandemic? Of course, I'm joking. I have been going into the office, and I mean, there is a pandemic. I'm joking about that. I've been going into the office. No one else is really there, so I'm still being extremely safe, but I've had a lot of work to do at the building that I work at, and it's been kind of fun to be so busy again. And I think it has benefited the budget. So let's get into it. I hope everyone's doing well. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. I don't have too many transactions this week, but I do have some doozies. Isn't that always the way? Let's see. Okay, so I've still got this Michael's work thing. I haven't been reimbursed yet, but I will be. I made a donation to the food bank. I actually have a series that I'm starting and is going to be coming out, which is like me interviewing entrepreneurs. And I asked my friend to be the very first guest for that. And she said yes. And I offered to pay her a little bit of money, just, just to, as a token of appreciation. Probably not really what her time is worth, but she refused it and said if I really wanted to pay, maybe I could just donate it to the food bank, which is, you know, is really under a lot of pressure right now. And so I did that. So that's going to come out of sharing my income, and that was $26.25. So it was 25 plus like the processing fee. I also donated to a cool organization in my town called Community Print. It is a letterpress workshop that, it's been around for like 20 years. They're super small. They are scrappy. They've continued going, and it's a really cool resource because as a community member, you can actually go and just take 2 short, very affordable workshops and get trained to use letterpress equipment and print things, and it is all really affordable. So I donated $25 there, so that's going to go to sharing my income. And something I realized is I had a few recurring donations that I don't know if I just did them for a year and so they reset, or maybe one was with a fiscal sponsor and now has their own 501c3 status. So I need to reset those in February because they're organizations that I care a lot about. One of them is called Crafting the Future. If you haven't seen that transaction for a while, that's how come I need to go in and re-sign up. Okay, next is Chewy. So that's a monthly recurring thing for my pet's food. One of my pets is allergic to everything, and so we buy a very expensive hypoallergenic food. That was $72.03. That goes into kitties. My phone came out, and that was $60.10. I went and ate a calzone outside from a local pizza place that I actually bring up a lot because they're within walking distance and they have outside seating. It's been my beacon in the pandemic. And that will come out of restaurants, and it was $14.93. Of course, that includes a big tip. And Hulu came out, so $6.55 for good old Hulu. Thank goodness for television, honestly. And last but not least, just really driving home the point that my cat health stuff is a continued source of chaos in my life, is a visit to the specialist for my other cat, Violet, to have her check-in, 6-month check-in, and they had to run some liver values to make sure that they could re-up her medication, which came as a surprise to me. I truly didn't realize that I needed to bring her for a recheck. I thought we were good, but that was 204.33. That does include one type of medication, so that's going to go into cat fund, and this little area is out of control. So as I mentioned in the last video, I don't know why I thought that I could chill out on the cat fund. This has become #1 priority. We are in week 2. We just finished week 2 of January. Honestly, I'm doing really well on my budget, and I'm hoping that I'd set out the intention to make my $150 back that I was over last month, but that has gone out the window, and right now I'm just hoping to be able to deal with this $513 situation. Of course, I have my emergency fund, and that's what it's there for. But my intention is always to not dig into that, and my intention is to have these sinking funds be waiting for the expense that I know is coming. So I kind of dropped the ball, and I'm going to just try to pick it back up, and we will see how that goes. So that's it for me. Let me know how your week is going down below. I hope it's really good, and I will see you in the next video.